Yo, yo, yo. What up? 3 days in a row. I'm a real streamer now. What up? That's my stream was playing on my phone by accident. Oops. Okay. Uh, more Warframe today. Still trying to learn more about this game, to be honest. There's so much to this game that I do not know, even like the smallest bit about. But I've been really enjoying playing it. The new frame temple is a lot of fun. Even with like my limited arsenal of mods to put on the frame, it's still pretty fun. One of the things I'm finding kind of frustrating currently though is it feels like my guns just do no damage.
All set. Service your weapons, myself.
And granted, I don't have anything crazy in terms of mods for my guns either, but it used to seem like I did pretty good damage the last time I played. But I might just be doing harder content. It also feels inconsistent because, like, a lot of the time, and maybe my build is just really good against tech rot enemies or something, but it feels like a lot of times when I play the 1999 missions that I do pretty well. I do like a pretty good amount of damage and kill things generally pretty easily. And these are like level 65 to 70. Some of them were 50 to 65 sometimes, all in that area. But then I go to like Deimos and do a level 40 to 50 bounty in the Cambion Drift, and I get my ass completely handed to me. And I don't really understand why. Um I mean, I'm sure part of it was that I was playing Saren earlier, and obviously infested are resistant to viral damage. But yeah, I don't know. Even when I was playing Temple on Ambient Drift bounties, I was still having a hard time. So there's some stuff I gotta figure out. Like one thing I wanted to do was start going through the planets and clearing all of the missions. And I started with a like level 30 something map. I don't remember exactly which one. I think it was on Saturn. I'm not sure where it was, but it was a level 30-ish mission, and I just got my ass completely handed to me, which I don't know. I don't really get it, but maybe it's just maybe there's some scaling going on that I just don't understand yet, and once I figure it out, either by someone telling me or if I just figure it out on my own, or look it up, then at that point it'll probably just make a lot of sense and then it won't be an issue anymore. But for now it's kind of annoying. But that's all right. For now I think I'm just going to keep doing 1999 missions.
Hey,
Oh shoot, I didn't finish the stuff before the daily ended. Oh well. I'll have to try and get some of these done. Wait, I actually do still have the two that I was working on. Okay. So these are weeklies. These are the dailies. So I should try and get the secondaries one done first because it's got the least time left on it. And then we also want to do electricity damage. Killing enemies while sliding.
Later.
You only have to kill 10. That should be pretty easy in theory. Especially on Temple. Because, like, I should be able to just keep firing Lizzie. While sliding, and that should do a pretty good job of getting kills. I'll just slide all over the place.
Schooldraw ops came to purge the block. Tried and died. Now, quarantine. Civi's got no chance lest we do the purge ourselves. Hear me? Cutters and shooters gripped. Time to hunt.
We burn. We hunger.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty easy. Because you just lay into them with the left click, and then when they're just about to die, then you hit the slide.
They are fun.
Yeah, that got done in no time. No wonder it's only worth 1,000 standing, though.
Scout your supply cache in the area. You get near, it will start ticking. Self-destruct. Need to be quick to get the goods.
I think I finally got a decent volume balance going as well.
You assholes want to burn?
Supply cache flipped into self-destruct.
Oh shoot, I let my Ripper's Whale fall off. I gotta pay more attention to that. I definitely let my Ripper's Whale fall off way too often. Because that's like where a large chunk of my damage comes from.
You're nothing.
Zone is hot.
One of the things dropped. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to get one of these strong boxes open because I just don't pay enough attention, and by the time I notice the first thing dropped, the strong box is already almost about to blow up, and I think I don't think the second one can drop until you've picked up and delivered the first one. At least that's what it seems like. Nice. That reminds me, I should use the scan. There's the thing. There's actually one right next to it. I'm actually gonna get it for once.
Techrod's proper pissed off.
I got lucky and there was one dropped right next to it. So I actually managed to do that.
I say, let him come.
Well, I'll take it. I don't know if those things actually have anything particularly good in them, but can't hurt, right? More loot is more loot. Jump always seems to be a bit of a pain in the ass to do. I still haven't really gotten a great handle on the movement tech in this game. I think like I have an okay handle on it. I've got like the basics. I let Ripper's Whale drop off again. Fuck. Ugh.
Bad, baby.
Clearing them out.
I feel like
Smells better and all.
you could do a pretty strong temple build where you just spam your abilities. Rather than going into Lizzie, you could probably subsume Lizzie and put something else. I don't know what you would put there, but you could put something else. And just spam abilities. I could see that being pretty good. Because, like, Pyrotechnics and Overdrive aren't, like, the craziest abilities in the world, but they are effective.
We rejoice.
And if you're, like, trying to cast mostly abilities, then you don't need Exalted Solo near as much. You could get rid of Exalted Solo, or not Exalted Solo, you could get rid of Ripper's Whale, but if you're trying to do a build where you spam Pyrotechnics as much as possible, I feel like it's good to have Ripper's Whale because that kind of benefits from all of the spam that you're going to be doing anyway. Man, I really do feel like
One out.
Tech Rot enemies drop a lot more energy. Or maybe Temple, killing things as Temple makes things drop more. I don't see why it would. I haven't seen anything that would like indicate that being a thing. It just kind of seems like I don't really have energy issues, specifically when I do 1999 missions on Temple. Because it's like if I do a mission on Temple elsewhere, I have energy issues. And if I play a different frame in 1999 missions, it seems like I have energy issues. But if I specifically play Temple in 1999 missions, I just always have all of the energy I ever need, it feels like. Not sure why that is. Getting close to the Ripper's Whale cap. 750% heat damage is quite a lot. It really is.
We taste violence.
One down.
I definitely wind up like just casting on nothing because I'm still having to look at the metronome more directly currently to try and get the timing right. So I'm not really seeing what I'm casting the spell on as much currently.
Let their screams be a song.
Once I get a better hang of it and I can just have it in my peripherals and see what's going on. is really all I need to see. I don't really need to see anything but when it blinks in my peripherals when I cast an ability, and then I know I have the timing right, and then I can just muscle memory the timing. And as long as I keep seeing that blinking in my peripherals, then I know I'm still timing it correctly. And once I really get that down pat in the muscle memory, then it'll be better.
We want everybody on their feet.
But yeah, you really start doing a lot of damage once you have the Ripper's Whale buff stacked all the way up. 750% is quite a lot.
They checked out.
Especially with the overdrive crit buff on them. Things really melt. And then at that point, once you have it all the way stacked up and so you don't need to spam your abilities anymore, you can just kind of maintain with overdrive being timed right. Because that'll keep you right in the 50-second to 60-second area. And really the only time you'll have to really start spamming again is if you get in the shit and really need the heal from Ripper's Whale. Because then you'll hit Ripper's Whale, get the heal and the invuln. But that resets the timer for the buff back down to 30 seconds. So then you'll need to spam it up to 60 seconds again if you want to. You don't have to, though. You can keep it at 30 seconds and just kind of maintain it. But I like to have the wiggle room of bringing it back up to 60 seconds whenever possible. Because then if I start forgetting about it, I have a whole minute to remember to do the right stuff.
Ah, you look like a tenno who knows the business.
Oh, interesting. I'm at the Zeraman. Which reminds me, I still have to start up the Angels of Zeraman quest. Oh, that's right. That's why I didn't start it yet, because it's gonna take a while, and I didn't feel like committing to a story quest yet, and I still don't quite yet feel like committing to one. So instead, we'll go to Holvania, and we'll turn in the treasures that we got.
Wanna ask me about a thing?
¿Qué onda? So, who's this for? Huele feo. Did you find this on... Try to stay in one piece.
Yes.
So I want to get to rank 4 eventually. I mean, obviously, I eventually want to get to rank 5, but rank 4 is where you have to get to in order to do the new content that came out this update. Which is like the stage defense thing and the new duets system, which I don't know much about. All I really know about that is that it's supposed to be somewhat similar to the Kuva Lich system, but I don't know much about the Kuva Lich system, to be honest. I haven't really interfaced with that yet either. I mean, that's something we could also do, because I do know I have a Kuva Lich currently. He yells at me every once in a while when I go back to the orbiter. This guy.
So I can do violent and messy, or messy
I
and
think
violent.
if I'm understanding it correctly, I think what I'm supposed to do with this is because I ran a mission that was influenced by him, and after I completed that mission, this little bit of this circle filled in. So I would imagine what I'm supposed to do is run them until I have all three of these filled, and then I guess does that give me the requiems to put into my Parazon?
Excellent
Because
compliments.
as far as I understand it, I need requiems in my Parazon in order to kill the Kuva Lich. But I really don't know how that works. There's like a tutorial here, but didn't really shed much light on it, to be honest. So you need Requiem mods, which I know you put into your Parazon. Collect murmurs by defeating the Kuva Lich's thralls or hounds. Learn known requiems. I would assume that this basically means kill things in missions that are influenced by the Kuva Lich. And you specifically want Grenier and Corpus locations. I guess that's what it is. Requiem mods can be acquired from Requiem relics found in Kuva siphons, thralls and hounds, and Kuva floods. I don't know what Kuva siphons or Kuva floods are, but I'm going to assume thralls and hounds are just an enemy type, and they can be found in the Kuva Lich modified missions. So let's see if we can find one of those. I don't really want to do an excavation. Let's do an exterminate. Exterminates are nice and straightforward.
Picking up a distress signal. Wait, no. It's just
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I sense it. Track it with the synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
Okay. Got that set up nice and quick. Well, now we can test it and see how my energy sustain seems in an extermination map that isn't in a 1990 mission. And I'll just try and play the same way I was playing in the 1990 mission, and we'll see if it's any worse. It does seem like I'm already a lot lower on energy, but I also haven't really started killing things that much just yet. Oh right, I kept seeing this thing and trying to cast on it, but I forgot that those glowing ones you have to use a finisher on them. Yeah, my energy is definitely a lot lower. Like, it definitely seems like I am kind of having enough to sustain.
Stay focused.
Because
Heavy unit approaching.
I haven't so far I haven't tried to cast something and not had enough energy for it. But my energy number is definitely a lot lower than it usually is. I was usually sitting at like 300. Yeah, see, I'm like so low now. Yeah, and I want to use Ripper Whale right now for the heal, but I can't. And I mean, like, I'm obviously still not casting things or killing things as fast as I usually do. I wonder, it might be as simple as the fact that the Technosite extermination maps have so many things that you kill that you just get way more energy. That really could be all it is. That would make sense. Oh man, I'm running out.
All done.
I'm losing stacks. Well, I didn't lose all of my stacks, but I lost about 100%. Oh, yeah, that's right. I switched to my fangs. My fangs are, like, decent. They're my strongest melee weapon right now that I have, I think. Or at least my most modded one. I don't know if they're actually, like, the strongest. Yeah, and so, like, it clearly, I have a lot less energy in this map. And that makes the whole build kind of fall apart. Mostly because
There's a heavy
I
wave
don't
approaching.
I don't do any damage with my guns for some reason. Like, I do okay against, like, minor basic enemies, but you could say that about pretty much any enemy, you know? But then once I get Lizzie out, then I start really trashing. Really what I need to do, which I am currently working on, is I need to farm the focus for that
Well done. Now get to extraction.
thing that gives you forget what it's called. It's like energy pulse or something similar to that. And it makes it so that when you pick up an energy orb, it also gives you a bit of an energy over time buff as well. That seems pretty good. I mean, it got a little clunky in the middle there when I was running out of energy. But then once I started getting kills again, it picked up pretty good. Zenuric, that's right, that's the one. Because I'm currently Madurai. Because when I got to the point in the story where you could pick your whatever those things are, I forget what they're called. I didn't know which ones were good. And Zenuric, I'm pretty sure, is the one I wanted. I know it's the one I want now. In the past, I think it also was because if I remember right, there used to be a dash that you could get. Um, yeah, that I believe was in Zeneric. It was a thing that basically made it so that if you did your I don't think I could do it in here. No, I can't. But basically, if you when you switch into your operator or drifter, you have a thing that lets you teleport, and it used to make it so that if you had that particular ability, when you teleported into enemies, you got a big burst of energy. So that was really good. I mean, it all depended on what frame and what kind of build you were doing, but from what I understood, that was pretty commonly taken. And I know at the time I was playing Mesa, and I wanted to do a Peacemakers based Mesa build. And that was like all you needed in order to have enough energy to do as much Peacemaker spam as you want.
Why is he here?
Um,
I just suppose it's
Man, I haven't played
something.
Mesa in a long time. I used to main Mesa so much. I mean, I say so much, but I like didn't play this game that much. But Mesa was easily my most played frame. I've got something like
Well, how the Tenno arm themselves.
I think I have like 3x the kills on Mesa compared to my next highest, which is Saren. Yeah, I've got six mil XP on Mesa. My next highest should be Saren. Saren has 1.3 and Saren Prime has 1.1. Temple so my next highest is Temple now. Because I've been playing so much the last few days. That's actually kind of crazy, to be honest. Wow, I really have killed that much more. That, if nothing else does, I feel like that actually confirms for me what I was saying earlier, that 1999 maps have way more enemies in them. Because, like, I haven't been playing that much, but I have so much more, so many more kills. I feel like I've played. Yeah, I've played Saren Prime 16% of the time versus Temple's 5% of the time, and that's a big difference. Interesting. And I've already got half the kills that I got on Mesa. Yeah, I think that just goes to show just how many enemies there are in the 1999 missions, especially um the extermination maps. 'Cause it always seems to me like extermination maps also have a lot more than any of the other types. I could be wrong on that, but that's just how it seems from my observation. But yeah, I played quite a bit of Mesa back in the day. I would run Soma Prime and Akvasto. Because I was just trying to do a cool gunslinger style thing. and I was trying to do as much Peacemaker as possible. Because I know, if I remember right, you can get Mesa to the point where you can just only ever use Peacemaker. You just need to have a good amount of energy for it. But I was never really quite able to get to that point because I didn't have the mods I needed. And I don't like trading in this game, which I know is stupid because trading is like super important to progressing in this game, but I just for some reason I just do not like trading in this game. So I basically never do it. I play this game essentially completely solo, at least so far. I have occasionally queued into multiplayer missions though. Should go pick up a bounty, actually. I think that's a good idea. Right now, like, my main goal is getting the Hex standing up, and I want to get Entrati standing up as well. Because I do want to work towards getting the Helminth unlocked. I don't know what I would Helminth onto Temple. But there's a few things I'd probably try. The thing is the way Temple's kit is built, they basically don't there's not much that they need. Cuz like if you're doing a exalted solo build, then what you want is to spam as much as possible to build up your Ripper's Whale buff, which Pyrotechnics is very effective at. Because it's a very cheap ability and it has really good range in AoE, so it's easy to make sure you hit things with it. Because you have to hit things as well as land the timing in order to actually increase the Ripper's Whale buff. And then once you have the buff maxed out, you just run around left clicking with Lizzie and everything dies. And one thing I'm not sure about that I'll have to figure out is if putting other Warframe abilities on Temple, if you hit them on the backbeat timing, if you still get energy and still get increases to the whale buff. I would imagine you don't. I don't think it usually works where those kinds of things interact outside of the frame, but I could be wrong on that. It'll be something to figure out once we get to that point. But even if you could, I don't know what would even be better for it, because Pyrotechnics is like basically the perfect ability for spamming up the whale buff. It's super cheap as long as you have it timed, and even if you don't time it right, it's pretty cheap. You have to time it in order to get the buff increase anyway, so it'll be super cheap as long as you're playing right. And it's got a very short animation, so you can spam the crap out of it. Even with the like second and a half that you have to wait for the timing for the metronome to swing back. You know, thinking about it though, I would imagine that it would have to allow Helminth abilities to interact with the metronome. Because if it didn't, then that like completely eliminates Temple's passive from one ability. In addition to kind of like making it not interact with the rest of their kit either. But it's only one ability. So you'd still have 3 other abilities that can interact with it. So maybe that's good enough. Maybe, I suppose one thing you could do is drop overdrive for a different damage buff. And then just focus on spamming pyrotechnics. Because like overdrive's a pretty good buff. It's a pretty solid crit chance buff, but I'm sure there's better damage increases out there. The only thing is I know that most people when they're trying to like get a damage buff helmet onto a frame, they usually go for like I always hear Rhino's Roar is like one of the big ones. Because it's, from what I understand, it's a damage increase and a damage reduction increase. But you can't get Roar on Temple if you still have Ripper's Wail. I always want to call it Reaper's Wail. If you still have, you would have to replace Ripper's Wail in order to get Roar on Temple because they don't stack. Because I guess they're like conflicting buffs. They're considered like the same category of buff, and you can't helmet on the same category of buffs, I guess. Which is interesting. But let's get a bounty. Okay, that's definitely way too high level for me. I don't know if 85 to 90 is too high for me, but I would imagine it probably is. That's unfortunate because I wanted to get the Eleanor bounty. I didn't know they changed around. So I guess daily they reset and whoever is on which slot changes, I guess. So we'll just do the Arthur one for today then. Okay, so I have to get Scaldra kills with melees. Find and open the Tech Rock cache before completing the mission. Okay.
Side effects may include release of deadly spores, homicidal filter buildup, and Scaldra troops trying to kill you for messing with their stuff. After months subsumed by tech.
Alright, let's find this cache then, I guess.
Who'd have thought it? Hey, don't forget, some Scaldra carry personal Spore X charges for their own safety. Not that they'll do them much good with you around.
I need to get melee kills for the daily, or whatever it's called. And then I'll use pyrotechnics to maintain the buff, of course. I would assume this pink icon is the cache that I'm supposed to find.
What's the matter, Tech Rock? Got a little tummy ache? Hell Scrubber, coming up. Oop, Scaldra noticed too. They're coming for you.
One down.
You know how mold can grow on your water filter if you don't clean it enough? Well, shoot any buildup off the hell
Man.
scrubbers unless you want to get unsubscribed.
Gotta go so far to find this thing.
Knock the pus sacks off that scrubber before they sprout ahead.
I don't know what I need to open that though.
You're gonna lose that.
I still don't know what you're supposed to do with these
If it
things.
gets any worse, it's gonna start making decisions.
I ignored that because I thought it was just another one of those things for giving me more survival percentage, but I guess not.
Too late. Got him.
Let's go interact with this one.
Reactivating code. And success. Keep your eyes out for another hell scrubber.
There we go. I think what it is you have to interact with them before they like get. I think you have to interact with them before they get like infested or something. I gotta take a moment to figure out how to open this cache.
Move away.
Techrat safe requires safe biocode. Okay, but how do I get the biocode? I would imagine Amir probably said how to get it, and I just wasn't paying close enough attention.
Activate another hell scrubber.
I mean, I let Ripper's whale fall off again.
Back into hell.
30 seconds and you're swimming in spore soup.
All done.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to get the biocode.
While Scaldra is distracted, I'm taking the opportunity to make some new acquisitions. Like this. Don't worry, I'll share. Game over, man. Game over. Get to extraction.
I can hear fight music. They're gone.
Head directly to extraction. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
This must be a different mission than the one I was doing the other day, because this seems more straightforward. Like, these things aren't getting infected or anything like I was dealing with the other one. Although maybe it's just because I'm making a point to go to them before they even drop.
We rejoice.
Wish I could figure out how to get this biocode, though.
Heads up.
It let me interact with it, but it didn't actually do anything.
Floor level's critical. There's no coming back from this. Get out of there!
Oh yeah, see, this one's got, like, infection on it or something?
Game over, man. Game
Oh, I
over.
see.
Get to extraction.
There's, like, specific little things on it that you have to hit. Oh shit, I didn't even realize I was that low health. That is something I wish this game was a little bit better about. I feel like it's kind of a pain to tell where my health is at without actually like glancing up at the upper right corner. Maybe that's just a me thing, or maybe that's just a being new to the game thing. Get used to like seeing it in my peripherals and stuff. I know the screen does flash a little red on the corners, but I never notice it when there's so many spell effects going off on the screen. Especially when I'm playing Temple.
Bring it, bitches.
Oh, I'm out. Did I fail? I would assume I failed, right? Or is it gonna kill me? I don't actually know how this works. Weird, I ran out of that stuff, but it's not like giving me anywhere to go. And it's not ending the mission. Am I supposed to just like wait for the mission to end or something? I mean, it is dealing constant damage to me, so it might just be once it kills me, then we're done. I think the reason I lost this is mostly not killing things enough. Because, like, I was pretty on top of getting to each of the things before they even spawned and using them right away. I only missed one. Technically, I missed two. I missed one early on, and then I missed the last one, because I ran out of energy. I ran out of whatever the survivability meter is called. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. The only thing marked on the map is the cache, but that's a side quest, so you would think that it wouldn't be like keeping this running just for that. Oh, there it goes. I guess I'll just abort then. Because I don't think I would have gotten completion rewards anyways since I failed, right? I'm not sure. I don't think you get completion. Oh, there we go. Gave me the end screen for the failed screen. Oh shit, I got a lot of Xeneric focus from that. Nice. Who knew that once you put on a lens, you actually start getting a lot of focus? Be right back real quick. I gotta go grab a drink. just be a moment. Stretch my legs, get a drink, you know, all the usual stuff. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll be right back. All right. Okay, so that bounty did not go very well. This one's to kill the tank, which is always really annoying to kill, so I don't really feel like doing that one either. I'm pretty sure these are all too high level for me anyways. Although this one went pretty smoothly, so I don't know, maybe 75 to 80 wouldn't be too bad. But then I'd have to fight the tank, and I really don't like that thing pisses me off. It's really... So I guess we'll wait for do something else. Maybe we'll go do Deimos stuff. Do some bounties for the Intrades, see if we can get our standing up.
There is so much to be done here on Deimos.
So I definitely I think Deimos scales differently than 1999 does. because earlier today I was playing on Deimos, just kind of dicking around, and I was doing a bounty, and I did the 40 to 60 because I was figuring, I mean, I do 65 to 70 in 1999 with no problem. So I thought this would be a cakewalk, but I went in there and it kicked my fucking ass. So I think we're going to drop it down to a 25 to 30 and see how that goes.
Appreciate one who is not afraid of a little work. Location and retrieval of Deimos artifacts is always a priority. The data I can collect from them is a valuable resource in its own right. If you want to join the hunt, then Lloyd can direct you to some likely spots. Bring back all you can carry.
And then hopefully this will go a little smoother. And if it's like super easy at this level, then we'll put it up a level and see how that then goes.
Hello? Anyone? This is Corpus Representative Latrox Oom. Someone's here! I'm saved! Wait. You are here to help? What a relief! I was expecting to get my head bitten off at any moment. While you're here, can you help me collect some samples? Just a few, and then we're gone. I swear. I swear, if the Entrati were demanding samples...
Okay, these are dying pretty easily.
Pick it up, quick!
So we might be able to crank it up a notch. We'll see once it starts escalating, because these defense things always start to escalate over time. I also seem to be getting enough kills that I'm sustaining my energy pretty decently. That's probably what it is if I'm killing things fast enough and there's enough enemies, then I get plenty of
That should be enough to keep the Entrati happy.
energy. Otherwise it's a bit of a pain.
Fantastic. I'm starting the data upload.
What?
This always
What
draws
is happening?
infected, so keep me safe.
Yeah, let's play.
We are green across the board. All samples cleared. Remarkable.
Yeah, I spammed a little too hard, I guess.
Done and done. Every sample uploaded.
Okay, that went smoothly.
Friend, owe you a debt. Huzzah!
Bang, bang.
Ready to get rich, Chip? There's artifacts close by. You go ahead and grab them.
Gotta remember to collect the resources when I run past them too, because there's a lot of things I need from this zone. Let's go to the big padded pasture, most likely. I should look up where the beam length mod drops so I can try and farm that too, because that'd be pretty important for modding Lizzie, because I definitely feel the restriction on range. currently. Missed one. No, that's the blink pad.
When it's got juice, a purifier upsets the plants, and they stick their tongues out.
Man, I didn't realize I had Ripper's Whale was wearing off. Damn it. I lost all of the percentage from it. Sucks.
I think we pissed him off.
Power cells to activate the purifier. Okay.
If Mr. Scratchikins pays us a visit and plays too long, the purifier's gonna stop working.
Oh, I'm out of energy, that's why. That explains it. Oh shit. This is... Man, I am getting CC'd like crazy. I actually got a Ripper's Whale off. Didn't realize. Apparently I had still managed to let it fall off though, which... Unfortunate. Why did I not pick it up? Must have mistimed it, I guess. Ah. No, that's not what I wanted, man. Didn't even see the jump pad thing there. I've got a good stock of energy right now, so... This becomes a lot easier once you know where all of the spots are. Alright, and I got the bonus on that one. Nice. I think I got the bonus on the first one as well. We'll have to see if we can get the bonus on the next one too.
They're gone.
Caches like these often contain valuable data as well.
Man, these things CC a lot. I don't know if I'm just standing in things that I should be noticing and know that they do like a crowd control. Maybe I'm getting hit like with a tentacle whip or something, and it's like a really obvious animation and I just don't know to keep an eye out for it. but I'm definitely getting CC'd a lot when fighting those things. Gotta pay attention to where I'm actually going.
You will need to release the cache before we can access it. The infestation is protecting itself with a sort of barrier membrane. Move inside the barrier before attempting to damage the infestation.
No damage! You gotta get inside that bubble to do anything to the growth!
Look for pulsating trails connecting to other nearby tumors.
I think I have to go destroy this thing over here. Something.
We got hostiles.
It was sending me over here, but I don't see what to. I can't hit this thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get the bonus on this one because I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh, I see.
You cannot breach the infestation from outside its protective barrier. The infested substrate has formed tumors anchoring the cache. Blast them free. Well, that was
Oh,
unpleasant.
I got it. Okay.
Still,
I guess that was a more straightforward, I guess that was a more straightforward bonus than I thought it might have been.
No damage! You gotta get inside that bubble to do anything to the growth! Woohoo! What's in the box?
Cow, baby.
A job well done. You have exceeded.
Alright, so I got the bonus on all three. That nice.
Hello? Anyone? This is Corpus Representative Laptop.
Keep completely messing up the timing.
Cornered by infested, and my locator is, well, it's been eaten.
Wait, you could just keep doing it?
Need of assistance. Help?
Okay, I didn't know that's how these bounties work. So I guess you could just keep doing them. I wonder how many times you can keep doing them for.
Tenor, you're close by. Can I, beg a moment of your time? Oh, I say, hello there. Look, hate to bother, but I need to collect samples, and frankly, I'm in a bit over my head. Orienteering, organ landscape.
It's too bad I let the Ripper's Whale fall off earlier. If I had been maintaining the same Ripper's Whale this whole time, I'd actually be doing
Could you grab a sample for me?
quite a bit of damage.
Think we can get a few more?
Speaking of, I just let it fall off again. Thankfully, it doesn't instantly, if you let the buff wear off, it doesn't instantly drop all your stacks. Which is good, because that would make it a lot harder. What did I do? Oh, I have no idea what I just did, but okay.
Good work. That tranquilizer will stop the infestation in its tracks.
Not sure how that thing got tranquilized versus just getting killed, but I'll take it. For once, Sun isn't yelling at me. He's usually yelling at me all the time because I kill things instead of capturing them.
That should do it. Hand the samples over to me. Here we go. Processing. Oh, I hate it here. Hate it. I would give anything to get off this forsaken rock.
I do like how it's basically a full heal whenever you press Ripper's Whale, though. I don't know what he's doing. Well, I guess he's uploading data. That's what he's doing.
That, my friend, is a clean sweep. All samples uploaded. I'm going to lie down. We are green across the board. All samples cleared. Remarkable.
Oh shoot, that's not good. I am low on energy. I need to go find things to kill.
You know, treasure.
Or my Ripper's Whale wears off.
When it's got juice, a purifier upsets the plants, and they stick their.
Oh wait, I do
tongues
have
out
it,
and taste
actually.
what's different. Power it up. You'll see.
Sayonara, honey.
Okay, so this is that one that goes out in waves. Wait, it didn't...
Purifier operational. Prevent any infested from interfering with it.
Checked out.
Okay, so we got 3 in this direction. And there's one over here. We're almost up to 750%. And we won't have to spam quite as hard. As long as we can make a point to maintain the whale, we'll do a lot of damage for the rest of the time we're out here. There's a charge. Another one over here. We got the one over here. I'm not sure where there's another one. Okay, I'm not happy that I had to press the whale there because I just lost like 20 seconds on the time doing it. But we got most of that time back pretty quick, so it's okay. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's actually any other ones in that direction. I just saw one that I haven't gotten before, though. I don't think I'll be able to turn around and get it in time, though, but we're going to try. Oh, actually, we finished. Never mind.
An impressive display, Tenno. Artifact retrieval parameters exceeded. Additional reward incentives have been authorized.
Alright, so we got one more thing to do, which is going to be the tumors again, I suppose.
Caches like these often
Yep.
contain valuable data as well as resources. Please find a way to access it.
And now I know how the tumor thing works, so that'll be a lot easier. Oh shit. Well, it's okay. I'm really glad you don't just immediately lose all of the stacks. Though, that makes it so much more forgivable. As long as you're mostly paying attention, then you don't have to worry about it that much.
You gotta get inside it to hurt the blobs. Ah, no damage. You gotta get inside that bubble to do anything to the growth.
Look for pulsating trails connecting to other nearby tumors. No, you cannot breach the... You cannot breach the infestation from outside its protective barrier.
That's one.
Keep doing that.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was gonna say I didn't think that was actually the thing.
No damage. You gotta get inside that bubble to do anything to the growth. That should be enough. Try and break
I have noticed I have to be careful and try and react quicker to when I mistime it, because I get into a tempo when I'm trying to cast them multiple times, and if I mistime it on the first one, then I just keep mistiming it on the rest. Alright, I'm not gonna do that a third time. My eyes start to glaze over when I have to do the same exact thing that many times in a row, which I know is kind of funny considering the game I'm playing. Like, that's literally the genre, but that's why I tend to, in games like this, rotate through different activities that I tend to have multiple activities that I want to complete, and then I rotate through them. And I'll grind them in small bursts and then move to the next one. Because otherwise, I cannot just keep grinding and grinding and grinding forever. See how much standing we got. We probably got a lot, because I picked up a lot of those, yeah, we got a lot. And now we have enough to switch to Zurich, which is really nice. We can finally unlock this. I've been wanting to do this for years. I don't know if it was actually actually years, but definitely for a while I've wanted this to be the one that I use. I wonder if there's a focus cap per day, like there is for standing. It doesn't seem like there is. which actually makes sense considering how much focus you need. Energy pickups grant 20% additional energy over 11 seconds. Yeah, that's pretty decent. First ability creates a well of energy for 5 seconds. Allies passing through the well gain 3 energy per second for 20 seconds. Okay, so that's 60 energy. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic by accident. Energy pulse is the main one, though. Alright, that works for me.
Yes. Goodbye.
That's not where I wanted to go. Grandmother, that's where I wanted to go.
My granddaughter's fish were meant to be her. Let's you and I have a chinwag. Maybe late. Thank you, dear.
Wow, we got a lot of mother tokens from that. Attack tokens are from mining. Father tokens are from... Actually don't remember what father tokens are from. Let's see.
Couldn't possibly have seen this coming. Okay, maybe not today.
Oh, parts requisition, that's right. It's just from the various resources within the zone. This is one of the many reasons why you want to make sure you're hitting the various resource things around the Cambion Drift. Because that's how you get father rep. I didn't do any mining, so I doubt I have any... Oh, I guess I have leftovers from the last time I did Entrati stuff. Cool. So we might actually be able to get all of the grandmother turn-ins for today. I don't know if we'll have enough for...
You'll find out there as you wish.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have to get the mutagens and the antigens. I gotta get the recipes for them. Which is from here. Oh yeah, I need the standing for it. That's another thing to get the Oh, that's what those blue things are. Okay, yeah, so I should be making a point to collect those when I see them. And I assume the Foss ones are orange.
Indeed.
But they probably look the same.
The Atmos pulsing today, friend. Just smell those pheromones. Bring me back a little something. What do you say?
And then I believe the way I get tokens is from the revivification.
Am I to understand?
I've never actually completed the revivification before.
Weary solitude until you return.
Go on, dear. Oh, magnificent.
I actually didn't get enough OTAC tokens. Need one more. Well, we were able to get a few at least.
Shall we?
So many mother tokens.
Oh well.
I don't actually remember how many. How many do you need? 10. You only need 10. No, wait, you need 20 total mother tokens. Okay. That's pretty easy to get. Mother is definitely the one that's the easiest to get. I mean, honestly, there's no reason not to just turn in all of your mother tokens every day, just simply for the fact that it's so easy to get them.
May you have much joy of it.
Okay, so we need 2,100 more. And then we'll have the next level. And that's exactly how much we can get for today. I only have 1,900 currently, though.
As you wish. Scurry back quick. Skippity hop.
Well, I could go do some mining. I could go do some fishing and get even more daughter tokens. I don't think I have any to turn in right now. Let's go check.
You by all means go fishing.
I can get one.
When I pick you out of a Cryptocertus's gut sack, I'll be sure to say hello.
Postulant cognitive nodule.
See you soon.
What is that? Source cut from Aquapulmo and Cryptosuctus. Whatever that means. But those are the two fish. Okay, so you get them from the surface. I don't usually fish in the surface. I've only fished in the Cambion Drift a couple times, and both times was in caves. So that explains why I don't have much of that resource. They're only fishable on the surface. Catabolic Gutter is probably a place to fish. Although it's supposed to be hot spots, right? I'm not sure what it means by that. Sometimes the movement in this game really fucks with me.
Had to be done.
I know the movement in this game isn't really particularly hard, but sometimes it just fuck it up.
I appreciate how much your kind enjoyed bathing in spilled ichor and viscera, but I specifically asked for the life form to be sedated.
What is this? Looks like one of the things the Entrati come out of. Huh.
bitches. Ciao, baby.
Well, there's definitely plenty of ganglion and pustules to get. Well, this has been pretty. This has felt pretty effective in terms of playing Temple in an area that isn't what's it called, a 1999 mission. It definitely feels like it gets the faster you build up your stacks, the more effective it feels, which makes sense. Like, you kill things faster, and the faster you kill things, the faster you get more energy drops, and then that it all just feeds into itself in a really effective way. I gotta stop. I keep slouching in my chair, and it's making my back hurt. It's kind of funny, because I only really do that when I stream. When I'm just, like, playing normally, I don't really do that. I'm not sure why.
Everybody on their feet. Glorious death.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything interesting over here. Oh, so it's gonna switch to Vohm in 20 minutes. This thing looks cool. What is this?
One down.
Okay. I'm not sure what I want to do right now. Oh, we got quite a bit of Zeneric. We got quite a bit of focus for Zeneric just from that little bit that we did, though. I suppose most of that came from the pickup that we got, because those give you 5k every time you pick them up. see. Ooh, an working catalyst. We'll have to make sure to do that at some point. We've got a lot of quests to eventually play through as well. Man, there's so much in this game that I have no idea what it is. Like, I have no idea what a Kuva siphon is. I know void fissures are they're what you do to open relics. Which I actually have a lot of relics because I basically never do void fissures. Well, I guess I don't actually have that many. And most of them are probably not very good. Ooh. Mesa Prime Neuroptics. Nice. These both have Mesa Prime parts in them. That's kind of nice. I wouldn't mind getting Mesa Prime. I didn't play. I wasn't actively playing Warframe when Mesa Prime came out, or else I would have picked it up. Because I like Mesa quite a lot. I should definitely look into how people build Mesa now. Now that you don't have that ability where you switch into your operator and then dash through things to get energy. As far as I understand, they seem to have removed that from the game. So I'm curious how people build Mesa now, because that used to be pretty integral to any build that used her regulators, her peacemaker, extensively. It's gonna go to Maru. I don't remember where that is. Bizarre. What it's called. There it is. At Mars. Okay. And the thing you turn into this lady is supposed to be like, I know it's the Iatan stars or whatever they're called.
Or did you find some Iatan treasures you want endo from? Hey, welcome to my bazaar.
And that gives you endo, right?
Knew it. Okay, let's do this.
Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Fuck. I didn't want to go into a mission.
Here we go.
Whoops. Oh man, now I have to run all the way back to her.
did you find some Iatan treasures you want endo from? If you're looking for Maru's Bazaar, you
Oh yeah,
come to the
extract
right
endo
place.
from my Iatan. Aren't you supposed to like put these into a statue or something though? I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Come back
I have
anytime.
no idea how to do that. Although I'm pretty sure you do that on your ship. So I have to go back to the ship real quick. I think it's... Isn't it in the mods section or something? Yeah, Iatan treasures. Yeah, you need sculptures. And then you put the stars in the sculptures and then you give them to Maru for endo, I believe. And you get more if you have them combined. Oh, maybe place these stars into Iatan sculptures to power their movement may also be a source of endo. So maybe they're not meant. Maybe endo is not what putting them in sculpture does, I guess.
Did you fuse your mods, operator? Did they anger you in some way?
I like how they made it so you can choose between the operator and the drifter, though. Because I definitely like the look of the drifter more. I don't know if their abilities are different, though. I don't remember. I think the from what I understand, the only difference is that drifter shoots a gun and the operator shoots a beam. I think otherwise their abilities are the same. And Temple moves so much. Temple like never stops moving. I don't know if I've seen any other Warframes that move as much as Temple does.
The asylum doors open.
Maybe Volt.
Operator, what
Volt
is
definitely
hidden
moves quite a lot.
secrets to happiness? A combination of heightened dopamine levels and a terrible memory. You're welcome.
I mean, I guess they all move a bit.
Daddy's home.
But most of them, their movement, their idle animations are more subtle than what Volt's is. Or not Volt, Temple.
Minerva Hendricks, Saren. You know my reputation.
Unfold like a rose beneath the poison skies.
I can't wait to meet Flare in the story, though. I'm really looking forward to meeting Flare. I like them a lot. It is... Huh. Weird that my Rhino still has that on there. I'll have to, play Rhino sometime. Aurora is just offensive. For some reason, I thought Roar also had defensive aspects, but I think that's just Iron Skin. Oh wow, Iron Skin just straight up gives you a fuckload of Overguard. It's kind of cool. I'm not sure quite how Overguard works. I don't know if it's one of those things where you don't want to have shields, or if you want to have as much shield as possible, or if it doesn't matter at all. Might just not matter at all. What a useless passive. I mean, maybe there's use cases that I don't know about that are pretty good, but that just sounds terrible. Rhino Charge also doesn't seem that great. This is probably what gets subsumed. That's another thing I don't know, because I know the helmet system exists, but because I haven't unlocked it yet, I don't know how it works. So I don't know if I don't know if you need to like feed an entire Warframe to the Helminth or what. Like, do I have to make an entire Rhino just to give to the Helminth so that I can give Roar to another Warframe? I feel like that might be how it works, and that sounds awful, to be honest. That sounds completely awful.
Oh, Claire. Sweetest flower in the savage garden.
All right, I'm gonna be right back again. I gotta go use the restroom, stretch my legs, that kind of stuff. So be back in a few. Thank you for hanging out. All right. I have returned. I think we're gonna switch off of Warframe for a bit. And probably play probably some Destiny, to be honest. I think that sounds good. Switch our category over real quick. Thankfully, I don't need to change the title at all, though, because the title also applies to Destiny. I have no idea what I'm doing in this game either. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Time for some Destiny. It's actually been a couple days since I played Destiny. I've been playing a lot of Warframe instead. I got to I got to go to the Pale Heart and do some Pale Heart stuff so I can get engrams and start farming the crafting recipes from the cuz you get the one guaranteed crafting recipe per week. I got last week's and the week before's, but I got to make sure I get this week's, especially because it's getting towards the end of the week. And then we got to get the one from the Echo vendor as well, the episode 1 vendor. That cuz I want to get the crafting recipe for Sightline Survey. This is a pretty good hand cannon. An arcane cannon. I really want to get good perks on it, and I haven't been able to get good perks on it yet. Let's play some Arc. I've been playing a lot of Strand lately. I want to do some Arc. We're going to use the Sightline Survey for the hell of it. I really need a better division as well, so we're going to have to farm some episode 3 stuff. I'm still not really a huge fan of Court of Blades. So I think what I might keep doing is just keep farming Nether with the ritual for episodic sidearms put on. It's too bad you can't. I was kind of hoping they'd have old episodic stuff too. It'd be kind of cool if I could focus episode 1 or episode 2 items, because I'm almost through. Well, actually, I guess I'm not almost through all of the episode 3 weapons, because I don't have god rolls on them. I have pretty good rolls on a few of them. Like, I have a really good roll on the machine gun I have, but it's not a god roll because it has the 2 main perks that I want, eddy current and jolting feedback, and it's got a good barrel. I think this is the best barrel. I don't actually remember if this is the best barrel or not. Let's see. I'm gonna check light.gg. Watchful eye. No, it's the second best barrel. Because this has an arrowhead break. And generally speaking, I like Arrowhead Break more than the chambered compensator. Just because it has more recoil on it. Which is especially pretty good for a machine gun. At least in my experience. Like everything I say with the caveat of I'm brand new to this game, so I can only go based on what little I've learned so far. So I've got the second best barrel. In terms of mags, extended mag is pretty decent for a machine gun, but I would rather have either high caliber rounds or ricochet rounds, especially high caliber rounds. Well, actually, I'm looking at the perks. At least on Watchful Eye, ricochet rounds is actually better because it gives the same amount of range as high caliber rounds and gives a bit of stability too, which is not nothing. But the extended mag is the third best in my opinion. Because more ammo in a power gun is usually pretty nice to have. But yeah, we'll run the sightline survey for now. We'll go do Pale Heart stuff. I think we might not actually have to do much today in Pale Heart. I think I might already have engrams saved up. But we'll see. We might have to go through the Pathfinder and get a few engrams if I didn't. No, for the Pale Heart engram crafted things, I've already gotten the ability to craft the hand cannon, the heavy burst hand cannon. And this feels weird. Something feels off. I think it's because I'm on a 1080p monitor and I'm still mostly used to a 1440p monitor for Destiny because I haven't really been playing much. Yeah, I have plenty of engrams, so we'll just be able to buy it. So yeah, I already got bold endings unlocked. I'm gonna do the Call next because the Call is a very good gun. And the Call will likely be a very good gun for a very long time. Because there aren't very many rocket assisted frames yet. I think there's only like 3, something like that. See, we got Lotus Eater, Aberrant Action, The Call, Indebted Kindness, and Tanasha's Mastery. They've all come, other than Indebted Kindness. Indebted Kindness was the first one, which came in Season 23. The rest have been since Final Shape came out. Indebted Kindness is from a dungeon as well, so that one's pretty easy to get. I see a lot of people with Indebted Kindness. A lot of videos I watch on YouTube for Destiny. A lot of times I just see the person is running an Indebted Kindness because it's got a very distinct aesthetic. Although Lotus Eater looks a lot like it too. Oh man. I got that feeling in my nose when you're like right on the edge of a sneeze. The sneeze does not want to come. So I've got my hand sitting on my microphone mute button on my Go XLR, just waiting for it to actually happen so I don't blow your guys' ears out. But I don't think it's actually gonna come. Ugh, I hate that. That feeling sucks. Okay, so this one got hatchling on it, which is pretty nice. What is beacon rounds? Final blows with this weapon grant your projectiles tracking and increase reload speed, dealing further damage extends the duration. I mean, reload speed isn't bad. I mean, tracking's kind of nice for a rocket assisted because of the fact that it can be kind of hard to land shots at longer ranges. But usually you're trying to use your rocket assisted frame pistols pretty close up because of that. Yeah. That's why I tend to prefer quick launch. I think, or not quick launch, velocity, projectile speed for these guns. I think these can get quick launch though. Yeah, they can. Yeah, that's usually what I prefer to get is quick launch. No, let's stick with the default things. I wonder how that compares to the call that I've been holding on to. Oh, I actually got a couple apparently. I didn't realize I had a second one. It's got subsistence hatchling on it? What the heck? That sounds pretty good. Yeah, so I'm not going to keep this one. I think this subsistence hatchling one is probably better. I didn't even know I had this. Got hard launch on it, which is decent. And I like extended mag for it. Oh, I can deep sight that. That's not what I do. Let's go to the Enclave real quick and see. Let's see how many more I need. If I only need one more, I'm going to sight this one for sure. I'm going to have to adjust my my in-game sensitivity. Because aiming feels really weird on this monitor. Feels really weird. Well, actually, I guess I'm getting used to it now. At least a little bit. Sidearms, the call. Oh, that's right. You don't go here to see that. I forgot. You just look in your collections, right? Yeah. Sidearms. Call. I only need one more. Let's do it. I've got plenty of harmonizers, so. Okay, so the call is now craftable. And I have one in my vault that is I have one in my vault that's already masterworked. We can work on that one since we've already spent the resources. Oh yeah, that's right. This one has lead from gold, one for all. That's pretty good, honestly. Lead Lead from Gold is quite good, and it's got quick launch as well. Wow, this is the first one I got. I don't remember if I got this from the story or if I got it shortly after finishing the story and doing open world Paleheart stuff, but I got this pretty early. This was the first of the call that I got, and it's really good. I don't think it's a curated drop. It might be. I'm actually curious about that. Let's see if this is the curated drop. It's not. The curated drop is subsistence one for all. That's quite good. I don't know if this is necessarily the best roll you can get, but it's quite good. Especially because it's got velocity in the masterwork. Wow. I did not realize how good this one was. Holy crap. I've been sitting on a little piece of gold for a while. I don't know, can you reshape ones that you've already had? No, you can't. You have to shape a crafted one. Side the call. Okay. Oh yeah, and then you level it up and it lets you pick everything. I don't think one thing I'm unclear on with the crafting system in this game is if there is ever a point where a craftable weapon is better dropped. Like, what I'm wondering is if there are any craftable guns that have perks that they can drop with that you can't craft onto them. As far as I can tell, that doesn't seem to be a thing, but I don't know for sure. Don't want to lose projectile speed, so we'll go with that one for now. Cleared magwell is not bad. Subsistence is pretty good. Then I'd probably go for one for all, to be honest. Start out. Probably what I'd want is slice hatchling, I would say. At least if I'm building my call or being used with Strand, I would want slice and hatchling for sure, especially on a warlock. Hatchling is very good in general, though, in my opinion. I mean, for the content I do. I don't know how good it is in the grand scheme of the game, but I do low-end content. The hatchlings seem to do plenty of damage in the content that I play. Okay, so now I just gotta level this. Let's check the reshape real quick. So for enhanced slice we need 14. For enhanced hatchling we need 17. Wow, enhanced hatchling actually takes quite a lot. Huh. I'll probably just use it then. I don't know if I want to spend enough resources right now to get all the way up to level 17. But maybe we do up to level 10. And level 10's kind of a lot too. Even slice one for all would be pretty good. Slice is pretty good. I mean, being able to sever targets in general is useful to have. Well, that's nice to have. I gotta clean up my inventory a little bit, though. I've got a lot of the calls in here. So we're definitely going to keep that one. And we're going to keep this one, too, because I think that's pretty decent. This one, we'll just go ahead and dismantle. I got a lot of swords in my inventory I got to sort through. That's another thing I need to look into that I don't have full comprehension of currently, which is I'm not entirely sure what perks are good on swords. And I would imagine it makes a difference what kind of sword it is too. I forgot I got this slice hatchling. And I mean that mostly for the guard perks, actually. Because, like, the traits, I mostly have a good idea, I think. And the blades, I have a pretty good idea, which is usually just don't take anything that reduces your damage or your ammo. And ideally, you get the one that increases both your damage and your ammo, is what it seems like the general consensus is for swords. But for the guard, I'm not sure which guards are good. My assumption is that you don't want ones that lower your resistance, though, because then the guard doesn't really reduce the damage you take that much. If I'm understanding how that works. Yeah, damage reduction while guarding. How long you can maintain your guard. How fast this weapon recharges its energy. Is that... Oh, that's for... Because swords have their own supers, right? And that's what this is, I think. That makes sense. Yeah, that's right. I was working on getting grenade launcher kills. That's right. And I need to get glaive kills too. Oh yeah, I forgot I was working on that. I really need to also something I was working on a couple weeks ago that I actually completely forgot I was working on was the evidence board or whatever it's called in this location that I'm at, actually, as a matter of fact, because that's how you unlock the exotic class glaives that are no longer class based.
Report's gonna have to wait until morning. I asked Eris Morn once if her hive eyes cause her problems. She said, "These eyes came to me by need and blood. They are fate.
Then I need
flesh."
I think the only one I have left is report steps retraced. Yeah, that's the only one I have left. Defeat champions in weekly missions on any difficulty. Finishers drop additional insights. Huh. So I just have to do... What counts as a weekly mission, though? On Savathun's throne world specifically. Oh, it's this thing. Oh, okay. And I have the... Oh, that's right. That's why I wasn't doing it before. Because I was under geared for it. I didn't have enough power level for it, so I had to put it off. But I have plenty of power level for it now, so I should probably try and do this. Not exactly prepared for champions, though. Barriers and unstoppables. Okay, so no overcharged. Or overloads, I mean. Barriers and unstoppable. I have a thing for barrier. I have a thing for unstoppable. I think my... Yeah, so my sidearms can do barriers, and I can bring a fusion rifle so that I have a way to deal with those pretty easily. Or I could bring a glaive and do the same. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And then what we'll do is we'll run this glaive. We'll run... Oh man, they're in the same slot. I don't really want to do double special, to be honest. I guess I could just run a linear instead, so that I can continue to use this. Let's see. This. Drop that. Okay, yeah, that's probably decent enough. I don't have to worry about overload champions. And almost sidearms. Okay, so barrier champions will be super easy because my main gun is a sidearm, so I'll be taking care of them like they're nothing. I could take this too. I mean, I guess I probably should, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm running currently. And then my linear is what I'll use for unstoppables. Which kind of works pretty nicely anyways, because... Because I'll want to, a lot of the times, be hitting the champions with my power weapon anyway. Kill them as fast as possible. Okay. Cool. I haven't played Ark in a while, so I'm gonna feel a little clunky, but we're gonna give this a try. See how hard or easy it is. Is this match made? It is match made. Maybe we'll just do some nether. I like doing, I haven't really done much for expert yet, but advanced is pretty fun. The one time I tried to do expert, I got against a champion, and my only way of breaking him, stunning him was it was with a flashbang grenade on arc, which was not exactly effective. Definitely not ideal. Or maybe we'll do yeah, screw it. We'll do advanced nether. See how it goes. Alright, let's see how this goes.
You, heir presumptive. Show me your sharpness.
I'm definitely gonna have to work on my muscle memory though. 'Cause I've been playing so much Warframe. Well, it definitely seems like I probably outgear even advanced. It probably is a good idea for me to start doing expert. My sensitivity feels off. It's a little too low, what it is. So we got 10 and 1.2. So it's a little touch too low, so we'll put it up. Let's just put it up one and see. I think that's fine. 'Cause I think if I put it up one more, it'll be too much. Yeah. Okay. That's usually what I do to adjust. That's my little trick for like getting the sensitivity right in any shooter, is just find a place with a thing you can point at. Put your mouse right against one side of your mouse space and move it straight across to the other far end of your mouse space. So essentially you're going from one end of your available space to the other. And you want that to be approximately 360 degrees. Most games you can't quite get 360 degrees because most games you don't have like fine tuning enough on the sensitivity. So you just have to get as close as you can. And that has worked pretty consistently for me to have my sensitivity where I need it in pretty much any shooter. And then you just do it again for your ADS sensitivity too if it's a game where you need different ones for each. It's freaking hiding. Good. Those eyes are definitely kind of creepy. I like the whole kind of Cthulhian vibe they're going for with this patch. It's neat. As far as I know, it's not really something we've seen Destiny try before, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it definitely feels like I'm strong enough for this difficulty. Because in the past, usually these things were a pain in the neck for me on difficulties that I wasn't ready for yet. And now that was a cakewalk, so it also helps that I have learned how to leverage the strengths of builds I play now too. Like now I understand that knockout makes it so that I get a pretty sizable chunk of health back from melee kills. So I know that if I'm amplified or have the knockout buff, and I'm starting to get like super surrounded, I should start meleeing things. Especially if I'm like super surrounded by things that I know I can kill pretty much instantly with a melee. Because then I could just start sustaining through that stuff. And then obviously I keep my barricade up and stand in it as much as I can because I do way more damage during it. I'm inside it. Oh, did he come? I gotta remember the other one of these things is open in, I think it's the trenchway. So that's 2 more essentially free chests to open. I don't really need more swords. Oh, it's over in the little nook over there. I still haven't figured out how to get this chest. I haven't bothered to look it up yet. I'm sure somebody's figured out how to get into it. I think it went this way? Yeah. It went all the way over there. This one's got more stops than they usually do. It's interesting how different a game feels when you're used to playing it on one resolution and you switch to a different resolution. It actually like makes a pretty big difference, especially like dependent on how many hours you have in a particular resolution. I am having this weird thing. I don't know if it's Destiny or if it's my mouse, but like if I go in one direction and then whip my mouse back in the other direction, it's kind of not really doing it right now. It's not really anything you guys would be able to see, because it's like a slight lag between when I swing my mouse in a direction before I actually go in that direction. But it's only with like really rapid movements. It doesn't always happen. And the interesting thing is, when I first started playing Destiny again a couple weeks ago, I had that problem on my other monitor. And then I fixed it by changing a setting on my mouse. But now it's back with this particular resolution. But the mouse setting is still the same, so it makes me wonder if that setting just like interacts with different resolutions in different ways, and so having it set to this works for 1440 but doesn't work for 1080. That's what it seems like.
Corruption spreads to the hive spawn. Remove the infection and destroy its caretaker.
One thing I noticed when Act 2 came out as well is they changed the boss over here. He like teleports around. If you're shooting at him from far away, he teleports around a bunch. And he also, when he gets low health, if you're on the ground with him, he gets like really aggressive and just charges at you. Which is actually kind of scary with how big he is. Because he like completely towers over you. My preferred method for clearing this boss still works pretty well, though. Though I usually prefer to use machine gun. And neighbors' dogs are going kind of crazy. Wonder what's freaking them out. Missed those shots. Oops. Okay. I know this is kind of a cheap way to do this fight, but it makes it so much less. It can be such an obnoxious fight. I think there's one more somewhere that I have to get. Fuck it. That'll get it done. I don't think any of the ones that make you take more damage are worth it. It really doesn't seem like it to me. Because they don't actually make you take more damage. What they actually do is they reduce your max health and shields. So it makes you seem like you're taking more damage, but you actually just have... It just takes less for you to die. Which is not good. It's significantly worse than if it was just like taking damage. Because it makes your healing a lot weaker. It's like normally if you take more damage but you have a lot of healing built into your build, then you just kinda you can compensate for that because you can keep your health up pretty high so that you don't get like one shot. But you can just get one shot and not ever have the chance to heal if your health is reduced by a ton. And it definitely means you can never take more than one of them because then your health is just going to be way too low. And honestly, I don't think any of the corrupted boons that make you take more damage, air quotes, I don't think the benefits on any of them are good to be worth it. Honestly, very few of the corrupted boons seem to be worth it. The only one I always take every time I see it, unless it's up against a really good non-corrupted boon, is heavy armor. Heavy armor is quite good. is it reduces your movement speed a little bit, but not by a massively noticeable amount. And movement speed isn't like a super consequential stat in this game. Like it's a pretty important stat, don't get me wrong, but getting a bunch of damage taken reduction in exchange for what feels like probably only about 10% move speed reduction, if even that much, is definitely worth it. Especially in a mode like Nether, where movement speed's not really that important for this game mode. It's like the only thing that you really care that much about having move speed is when the things pop up that you have to run to and kill, or the run completely ends. Those it's pretty important for those, but even with a tiny bit of move speed reduction, you can still get to those no problem, so that's not a concern. Especially with the current ones, because currently in the first act, the things you had to kill were those blights that have shields around them, so you can only destroy them if you're standing within the shield. Those are a pain in the ass because you have to run right up to them. But this act, it's the minotaurs with the stasis AoEs around them. Those are super easy to kill from really far away. You just use your power weapon or your sniper rifle. Do it without much issue. You don't even have to get close to them. It's much easier to take care of in the current act. I had been wondering if it was going to be like a weekly rotation, because a bunch of stuff changed in the Nether when Act 2 came out. Like having a lot more Taken instead of Dread.
If I truly died, then I am dead. Hayat. You followed a
I've heard this
heresy
already.
and lost your edge. What truth can you offer?
Is this the one? Yes, this is the one that has the other thing that I can activate now that I've completed enough of Act 2. Should be over there. Another sword one. Don't care. It's nice to be able to afford to take Scotopic Rune now, though, so that I can see what those chests have in them. It's like, I definitely wouldn't want to spend two essences of desire just to get a sword that I have no interest in getting.
Oryx's return instigated a grand schism in the Hive.
Oh shit.
They are shaken. They entertain the
Had
first
a lot of
doubt.
stuff in it.
The oldest doubt. They call it the Enteoxuana. The doubt that will destroy them. The doubt that will undermine their core philosophy. Whatever happens must be so. But what must be so is poison. Their king was slain, but his mantle went unassumed. Now he returns as a sword, wormless, resurrected, and without the strength of his brood. There is no greater heresy than this. His sisters know it. He knows it. And so in this, Oryx wishes to begin again.
I will say, I do find this whole plot line with the Echo of Navigation rather intriguing. I like it quite a lot. It does remind me too, though, I still need to finish playing through the episode 1 and episode 2 storyline. I haven't caught up on those yet. That's But yeah, as I was saying, I find the storyline they're going with the Echo of Navigation is fairly intriguing to me. I'm really interested to see what their plan is with Oryx. It'd be kind of cool if they brought Oryx back and well, obviously they've already brought him back, but like they kept him back and turned him into a recurring character. That would honestly be really cool. And honestly, like a lot of times with stories, you have to worry about bringing back iconic villains or just iconic characters in general that are supposed to be dead. Because you do have to worry about the character becoming like a crutch character, carrying the whole story. But we don't have to really worry about that with Oryx. I mean, the guy's been dead in our terms, in IRL years, for like what, 8-9 years at this point. We haven't heard him say a single thing in like 8 years, if not more. I don't remember exactly when Taken King came out. I didn't play Destiny 1 back in the day because I didn't have I couldn't afford a PlayStation subscription to play it back then. Shit. Oh, I gotta kill things. I gotta pay attention. Shit. Yeah, see, killing those things really isn't bad. And I mean, like, I definitely overgear Adept or Advanced or whatever this mode is called. I think it's Advanced. I definitely overgear this, but even when I didn't overgear it, those were pretty easy to kill. And they're certainly less annoying than the other ones, those blights, the blight type things I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I always forget that the dire taken spawn into those beasts and have to kill them. You'd think I'd remember it by now, considering how many of these things I've killed. Actually weird that my bolt charge procced on that. I wasn't standing in my barricade, I don't think. Maybe I was. Maybe I was in the last half second of the barricade duration or something. So far, though, I do find Arc to be the most satisfying builds in the game. I really like both Arc Titan and Arc Warlock quite a lot. I haven't really played Arc Hunter that much since I came back to the game. I used to main Hunter the last time I played, which was back when Lightfall first came out. I played it for like 2 days when Lightfall came out. Lightfall was actually the first Destiny 2 expansion that that I didn't finish the campaign right away. because my relationship with Destiny 2 has been, it launched, I completed the Red War campaign, I played the what little of an end game there was outside of like raids and stuff back then. I did what little you could solo in the game at the time. I think I played for a week or two, and then I got bored of doing patrols and farming vendor reputation, so I quit. And then I came back for every expansion release. Well, that's not true. I skipped Warmind and Curse of Osiris. I didn't play those. I came back with Forsaken, and then from Forsaken on, I played every expansion. And what I would do is I would play the campaign story of the expansion, finish it, play the little bit of stuff for the seasonal content that was available. I usually would probably play, I think, a day or two after I finished the story, and then I'd quit. That's what I did for Forsaken. That's what I did for Shadowkeep. That's what I did for Beyond Light. I don't think I'm missing anything, right? Let's see. Yeah, that's what I did for Forsaken, Shadowkeep, and Beyond Light. I actually skipped Witch Queen. I didn't... Or did I? I can't remember if I played Witch Queen when it came out. I think I played Witch Queen a few months after it came out. And I played through that. And then Lightfall came out. I played Lightfall like basically the day it came out. Because I thought it was kind of cool that they were adding... I thought Strand looked really cool. And then I got... I don't know, halfway through the Lightfall campaign and got really bored and just stopped playing. And actually, the Lightfall campaign bored me so much that I didn't even play Final Shape when it came out. I didn't start playing the game again until about a month ago at this point. So Final Shape had been out for over a year before I even played it. And the main reason I came back is because, well, for one, I had heard that Final Shape story was actually really good. So I had been meaning to play it for a while. Because people were raving about how good it was when it came out. And then there was a bit of buzz around Destiny going on about a month ago with the new content seeming good, seeming decent, episode 3 looking kind of fun. I liked the sound of the Nether, and there was a lot of buzz around like Mr. Awful Waffles playing the game again and stuff, so that was going into my feed a lot, because I play COD Zombies pretty frequently, so his stuff winds up in my feed pretty often on YouTube. So I wound up seeing it a lot because of that. He was putting out a lot of videos around it. It made me realize something I didn't know about the game, which is that the dungeons in the game are completely soloable. Even on like the harder difficulties, they're soloable. And I never knew that this game had challenging content that was designed to be soloable. I always thought that all of the challenging content was group content, and all of the soloable content was just like the easy daily grind stuff. So I kind of always just played Destiny as a story game. But I realized that you can solo dungeons. And it made me really want to try and do that. And I haven't actually gotten to the point where I've tried to solo any of the... I've tried to solo a couple of them, but they're really hard. So I've been kind of holding back on that for now so that I can get geared up and get actual decent builds and stuff going. Because I tried to do Vesper's Host. Because one thing I also kind of want to do is I kind of want to do the dungeons blind. Because I think the idea of trying to figure out the puzzles is pretty interesting to me. But the thing is I don't really know if I'm good enough at that kind of stuff to do it, so I might wind up looking up what I'm supposed to do.
That aversion anchor is ready enough. It's gonna spit out taken all across the system.
But Vesper's Host was actually pretty interesting. I felt pretty satisfied figuring out the first encounter for myself. I didn't wind up beating the first encounter because it was really hard, but I figured out like how the sigil things, the red and yellow things that you carry on you, I figured out how those work, and I felt pretty satisfied about that. Apparently that would have been more obvious to me if I had played Destiny longer, because I guess there was earlier content in the game that used that system. So for a lot of people it was already pretty clear. It's also not the most complex thing in the world, but I was still happy that I figured it out. Man, this thing's so annoying. There's a lot of enemies in this game that just run away from you. Kind of annoying. Not used to things actually having like self-preservation instincts in video games. I hate this boss. I really suck at killing tormentors. Tormentors just, they completely mess me up. They really do. It's not even so much that I like suck at hitting their precision points. I don't. It's just with how aggressively tormentors act. I don't know if it just overwhelms me or what, but I definitely have a hard time with tormentors. It's rough. Okay, so seems like those dire beasts don't actually give you health when you kill them with melee. I also hate how hard those are to dodge. Oh, right, I forgot. Still in his first phase, I can't. Have to get precision damage to damage him. Yeah, that like barely healed me. I had amplified up. Ow. He's just like a really aggressive, really tanky enemy who knocks you around constantly, suppresses you constantly. You can't do a whole lot about it. It just definitely fucks me up. It's like the only enemy in the game that I consistently have trouble with. Otherwise, I do pretty well. Really, I should just remember to bring Queenbreaker. If I remember to bring Queenbreaker, they'd be a lot easier. I just always forget that it's a thing I can use in this fight. Queenbreaker actually, like, just completely melts him. Yeah, I'm supposed to heal from melees, and I just don't on those things. I'm not sure why. I love when he CCs me while he's healing. It must be like a thing that he's set to do. Because it seems like he always uses that when he when the things that heal him come up. Okay, I figured out the trick for his jump. Yeah, he just did it again. No, maybe he didn't. What just happened there? I like hit him with a tangle and for some reason that sent him flying. That was weird. He's immune to bolt charges? Is that what I just saw? Seems like he might be. No, I don't think he's immune to bolt charges. That'd be crazy. Okay, that actually is the first time I've killed him without dying. Usually I die at least once to that guy. That actually went pretty well. Either I'm getting better or I'm just getting more geared. Or both. It could be both. Oh, okay. I thought that I got a sidearm without a Tome of Want proc, but I didn't. It finished up. Episodic weapons. Well, let's see what the sidearms I got are first. Grave Robber Volt Shot. Grave Robber Sword Logic. Well, I don't really care for, I don't really care for Grave Robber Sword Logic. Volt Shot, I'm not a huge fan of without, I'm not a huge fan of Volt Shot without Eddy Current, to be honest. Or at least some other reload thing. Melee final blows or dealing damage with charged melee reloads this weapon's magazine from reserves. Yeah, so that won't... I would assume that doesn't give you Bolt Shot. Be weird if it did. I really want to get a division that has eddy current volt shot on it. I think currently I haven't really been making use of kill clip actually. You know, it might actually be worthwhile for me to switch to this one. Just because I'll actually, like, sword logic is just passive damage increase. I don't have to think about it. I haven't really been using kill clip. And then this fits pretty well into the arc build that I generally run, because I do charge melees a lot. That's pretty nice, actually. Let's do that. I think we'll go with flared magwell for that. Switch to it. I'll keep this one for now in case I wind up not liking the Grave Robber sword logic quite as much, but definitely get rid of Grave Robber's bolt shot though. I really just am not a fan of the support frame guns. Eddy current target lock. How does target lock work again? Damage increases the longer... Oh, it is the one I was thinking it was. Yeah. Target lock is probably pretty good for machine gun. Especially, Watchful Eye is a pretty decent boss damage gun. It's like, I think most people seem to run machine guns for like ad clear. At least as far as I've seen. I don't know how true that is. But Watchful Eye, I've had very good success with it as a boss damage gun, especially within the context of Arc Titan, Stormkeep Arc Titan. But I really do feel like eddy current jolting feedback is probably the best role for that particular build. I wouldn't mind an eddy current rolling storm too, though. Overflow is also decent. The thing is rolling storm is final blows. Whereas jolting feedback is just dealing repeated damage. So for what I use, Watchful Eye for most of the time, jolting feedback's going to be better. Because I usually run it when I'm running Stormkeep Arc. And in that situation, I'm mostly wanting it for boss damage. But if I wanted to whip out a Watchful Eye for ad clear, I mean, a Rolling Storm Watchful Eye would be pretty good for that. I'm going to hold on to this target lock one for now. I'll hold on to this Rolling Storm one as well, because I haven't gotten a Rolling Storm Watchful Eye yet, I don't think. Let me check the vault. Oh, I already have an eddy current rolling storm watchful eye. Never mind. Okay then. Cool. So yeah, if I wanted to do like ad clear with a machine gun, then I would run this one. If I want to do boss damage, then I would do the jolting feedback one, or perhaps the target lock one. It's possible jolting feedback, or not jolting feedback. It's possible target lock is worth more damage than jolting feedback. I would say target lock is probably better if you're using the gun not in an arc build. I'm not sure though. And again, I've said it before, I will say it again. I will probably be saying it a lot. I'm yapping like crazy, but this is all stuff I don't really know entirely what I'm talking about. So you got to take what I say with a grain of salt, especially if you've played the game more than I have, which doesn't take much because I haven't played the game much. I'm still learning a lot, but mostly when I say this stuff, it's me just kind of trying to work through how I think it might work so I can figure out how it actually works. But I just realized that I've been going for like almost 2 hours straight without a break, so I am going to take a quick break. Stretch my legs, grab a drink, that kind of stuff. So I will be right back, and I appreciate you guys hanging out. Okay, I am back, but I actually did not realize how late it was, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and end stream now. Unfortunately, I'm gonna try and I started a little earlier today. I'm gonna try and start a little earlier every day until I get more towards like the starting at 5 o'clock ish area, so that I can get in a solid like 5 hours before I have to go to bed for the night. But I appreciate anybody who stopped in and lurked around for a while. It means a lot to me. And be back tomorrow. See you guys later.